What's up, Scar Nation community? Back again with another long form content video. Today I want to tell y'all how addiction ruined my life. And it's happened to me twice. It didn't just ruin my life once, it did it twice. But we're going to talk about the second time because the second time I knew better. The fentanyl addiction. I started playing around with fentanyl. I met this girl that was doing it. One thing led to another. I started doing it. Like the way it made me feel, obviously, because I'm an opioid addict. I like opioids. And when you're an opioid addict, you can't touch opioids. It's a no fucking brainer. Don't tell yourself that you can keep this shit under control because you can't. So I started playing around with fentanyl. Had it under control for a while. At this time, I had a good job, a 6-figure job. I had cars, I had a house, I had it all. On the weekends, I would mess around with this stuff. Well, fast forward, it got to a point where I lost my job. This drug, I got pulled over, went to jail for a DUI, lost my job over this shit, etc., etc. Everything started falling apart. When that happened, I didn't want to face reality. I didn't want to face reality that I had let addiction break me once again. I had let addiction take everything from me once again because that one situation, I lost it all. And that's how fast it can happen. That's how fast an addiction can take everything away from you. It just takes one bad situation to lose everything. And that's what happened to me. So I didn't want to come back down from reality. Basically, I went and cashed out my 401k. Okay, I done lost my job. I done lost all this shit. Let's go ahead and just go all out with it because I don't want to come back down and face reality. So my addiction got worse and worse. I went and cashed out my 401k, $20,000 to be exact. I paid a lawyer $2,000, blew the rest over a course of 3 months, blew the rest on fentanyl. Every bit of it went to drugs. So my addiction got worse. I was doing, and we're talking about the counterfeit pills. We're talking about the little blue inbox 30s. If you don't know about those, they're fake fentanyl pills. They look like prescription Roxys. They ain't. They're fake. That's what I was doing. I was doing about 1 or 2 of them on a weekend. And when I lost my job, that turned into 1 or 2 on a weekend to 1 or 2 a day. Turned into 5, 6 a day. And it just progresses, man. You know how it goes. And when you have depression and things like that, you're trying to avoid. That's when your addiction is the most dangerous because that's when you don't want to feel normal. You don't want to deal with these problems. Guys, when you got fentanyl in your system, problems ain't even there until you come down. That's why you keep chasing that high. And that's what I did. I kept chasing that high. I did not want to come back down and face reality. I didn't want to face the shit that I had done in my life. So I kept staying high. And ultimately, I ended up overdosing 6 times over this mess. I ended up not really caring if I lived or died. And I blew all my money. I blew every bit of my money on this stuff. And it literally took everything from me because it got to a point where I was out of money. I couldn't pay my rent. I couldn't hold a job. I needed this drug to get out of bed. I could not function without this drug. Every time I woke up, I had to have this drug just to function in the day. That's the point that it got to. So I resorted to doing fucked up shit to get this drug. I resorted to donating blood. I resorted to pawning shit. I resorted to, all that stuff, man. And it grabbed a hold of me. And I did not think that I would get to that point. And nobody does. Nobody expects to get to that point. People don't wake up and start doing drugs thinking, oh yeah, I'm going to end up on the streets with a needle in my arm one day. I can't wait. Nobody fucking thinks like that. I didn't either. It just happened, okay? That's why you don't start. That's why you don't even start the process. So fast forward, lost everything, got to a point where I had to move away. I had to make a choice. I had no option. It was either end up on the streets and die because of this drug or move the fuck away from my hometown and start my getting clean process. And that's what I did. I moved away. Had a couple of relapses in there. Hey, it is what it is. But I've been clean for about 1.5 years now. And that's what it is, man. Like I had to move away. That's what it took. If you want me to talk more about this, talk about the relapses more, all that good stuff, just comment it. Let me know what y'all guys want me to talk about because I'm not keeping any of this from y'all. Like straight up. I want to talk about all of this. But that's all the time I got for y'all today. Scar Nation, stand the fuck up. Let's go.